Last time, robotics expert and genius Iggy Douglas, through a mishap of his dimensional window machine, was pulled into the world of Equestria. Discovered by the princesses, they offered him a place to stay so he can explain as to how he arrived. And now the continuation. Celestia and Luna inside the castle with Iggy opened the door, and Iggy looked inside and gasped, seeing it was like a huge spawn bathhouse with a pool-sized tub filled with suds and bones. Holy Spock! He gasped in amazement.
You can get cleaned up here. We'll have one of our servants take your clothes and get them washed.
Celestia explained. Thanks again, Princess. Iggy thanked her.
You're very welcome.
Celestia nodded.
We shall be back at 15.
Luna instructed. Plenty of time, Iggy admitted. As the two princesses left him to do his thing, he removed his clothes and placed them in a basket before running to the edge of the giant tub, before jumping in it with a splash. He shot his head out of the water and shook some water off his face. Whoa! This water's warm. He sighed in relaxation. He looked over the side, seeing soap, a sponge, and shampoo form. So he started lathering up the soap on his arms as he spoke to himself. These two princesses are really nice. In fact, the whole place is giving off a harmonious vibe. I guess I should be thankful I ended up here instead of some apocalyptic universe where everything is barren. Still, I hope I can find some way to contact Gizmo and hopefully have him find a way to get me home. He finished washing his body and took some shampoo and started lathering it in his hair. But maybe I can find out more about this world for the time being. After all, an opportunity like this doesn't come knocking this often. Soon Iggy stepped out of the tub and used a towel to dry off. He looked and saw a spare blue bathrobe on a rack that looked like it was meant to fit a pony. Taking the chance, he put it on, and though it fell, the sleeves were so close together, he couldn't spread his arms out. Well, I guess it'll have to do, he said to himself, as he heard a knock on the door.
Iggy, are you finished?
Celestia's voice came from the other side. Yes, Iggy answered. So the doors opened and the sisters stepped inside.
We trust you cleaned up well?
Luna inquired. Oh yeah, that was one of the best baths I ever took, Iggy admitted.
I'm glad. Would you care to join us in the parlor for some tea?
Celestia offered. I'd be delighted, Iggy answered, as he slipped into some slippers and followed the two. In the parlor, both Celestia and Luna sat on a pillow, each using their own magic to pour some tea into their cups. Iggy watched in fascination at how they were using their magical levitation. Celestia levitated a cup to him, which he accepted and took a sip from it. Delicious! He smiled.
And now then, Iggy,
Luna began.
would you mind telling us more about yourself?
Sure. But you already know I'm a human, right? He asked, and the two nodded. Well, how much do you know about humans?
Only the best way to describe them are bipedal hairless apes who are omnivores compared to us herbivores,
Celestia explained. So they aren't common in this universe? Iggy asked nervously.
I'm afraid not. You may very well be the first one to ever appear in Equestria,
Celestia explained. So then, how do you even know what humans are? Iggy asked.
They're listed in our mythological books and regarded as myths,
Luna explained. I see, Iggy answered, seeing it's like a reverse mythology from books in their worlds. And I've noticed this on you two and your guards, but why do you all have different tattoos on your flanks?
Tattoos?
Luna asked as the two sisters looked at their cutie marks.
Oh, you must mean our cutie marks.
Celestia corrected him. Cutie marks? Iggy asked, feeling a little disturbed by the title.
Yes, they symbolize a pony's special talent once they come to realize it.
The Princess of the Sun explained. So, what do yours represent? Iggy asked curiously.
Mine represents my duties as Princess of the Day, to both raise and lower the sun for the daytime.
Celestia explained as Luna followed.
And mine represents my own duty to raise the moon for the night, is how both day and night are balanced.
Iggy was jaw agape before speaking. Wait a minute! You mean to tell me that you two raise and lower both the sun and the moon?
Correct.
Celestia confirmed his question.
Is that surprising to you?
Luna inquired about his confusion. Iggy wasn't sure how to explain, but did anyway. Well, you see, the sun and moon aren't controlled by beings like yourself in my world.
Well, what can you tell us about your world?
Celestia asked. Well, I live in a city known as Chicago, on a planet known as Earth. Iggy began. As for how I got here? Well, I'm an expert in the field of robotics and engineering.
Robotics?
Luna asked in confusion. Yeah, it's a branch of technology that deals with design, construction, operation, and application of robots, Iggy explained.
Robots?
Celestia asked, feeling as confused as her sister.
Technology?
Wait, don't tell me you all have heard of technology. Iggy gasped, feeling nervous.
I can't say we have, sorry.
Celestia answered. Iggy's eyes widened as he started hyperventilating. Oh. Say it isn't so! Say it isn't so! Say it isn't so! Say it isn't so! He clutched his heart, looking to have a heart attack. Celestia and Luna got up and trotted over to him, laying a wing each on him, trying to calm him down.
Take it easy, Iggy.
Celestia comforted him as he started calming down. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm sorry for that. I'm just not used to a place where technology doesn't even exist. I feel like I'm back in the Dark Ages.
Dark Ages?
Luna wondered. Never mind that. Iggy replied and got back on track. Anyway, I was transported here due to an invention I was working on back in my own world.
Please explain to us the purpose of this invention you were working on.
Luna requested. It's a dimensional viewing window. Its function was to show me other worlds beyond my own so I could learn about the inhabitants of those worlds. Iggy explained.
Go on.
Celestia beckoned for him to continue. Due to some glitch in the systems, the machine went haywire and opened a portal to this world and sucked me in.
Oh my!
Celestia gasped. Yeah, and now I have no way of getting back home, and my only link of communication isn't getting through. Iggy explained. What have I done to deserve this? He sighed. Celestia comforted him.
I'm very sorry for your unfortunate accident. I'm not sure how we can help you return to your world. But, for right now, how would you like to remain in Equestria for the time being?
Wow, really? Iggy gasped in surprise. Celestia nodded.
You wanted a chance to observe other worlds' inhabitants, so consider this your chance. Who knows? Maybe you can find another way of returning to your world. We'll help you in any way we can.
You mean it? Iggy asked joylessly as the two nodded. Wow. I don't know what to say. I'm touched. He then yawned, and ambushed too.
It is rather late.
Celestia nodded.
Should get some sleep.
Right. Any place open? He asked.
Follow me.
Celestia showed him off. Soon Celestia showed Iggy to one of their guest bedrooms. Iggy looked in the room and gasped, seeing it was like a room you'd find at the Plaza Hotel. Wow, you're really letting me bunk here?
You are our honored guest, Iggy. How cruel of us to not show you some hospitality.
Celestia answered. Thanks again, Princess. It really means a lot to me for you to do all this just for a guy like me. Iggy said as he plopped onto the queen-size bed.
It is our pleasure, Iggy. Have a good night.
She bid him a good night. Night, Princess, Iggy said as she left the room and closed the door behind her. Iggy laid on the bed while looking up at the ceiling. The boy looked over, seeing the moon shining bright. Sure hope Gizmo's gonna be alright without me. I can't even imagine what my dad will say when he finds out I miss him. Inside Celestia's room, the Princess of the Sun levitated a quill and ink along with some parchment. She began writing a message.
Dear Twilight Sparkle, and my sister and I humbly invite you, Spike, and the other elements of harmony to Canterlot Castle tomorrow. We have here with us a special guest named Iggy Douglas. But take note that he's not of this land of Equestria, but from another world. His species is human, and I'm sure you're aware of such creatures. I would like to have all of you meet him so he can get to know all of you. We'll be waiting for your arrival tomorrow. Your princess and fellow teacher, Princess Celestia.
Celestia smiled as she used her magic to teleport the message away. Meanwhile, that very night in the town of Ponyville, as Golden Oak's library, Princess Twilight Sparkle and her dragon assistant Spike were doing some late-night organizing of the library books. That until Spike burped up some green flames, and approaching before them was the very message Princess Celestia sent. A letter from the princess! Twilight gasped, but she levitated it over and read the message while Spike listened.
Dear Twilight Sparkle, and my sister and I humbly invite you, Spike, and the other elements of harmony to Canterlot Castle tomorrow. We have here with us a special guest named Iggy Douglas. But take note that he's not of this land of Equestria, but from another world. His species is human, and I'm sure you're aware of such creatures. I would like to have all of you meet him so he can get to know all of you. We'll be waiting for your arrival tomorrow. Your princess and fellow teacher, Princess Celestia.
When she finished reading it, both Twilight and Spike were in complete and utter shock.
A human in Equestria?
How's that even possible? Spike asked.
I don't know, Spike. The only way to get to that human world was through the mirror gateway of the Crystal Empire.
Twilight explained.
But it hasn't even been 30 moons since it closed.
So, how did this one get here? Spike continued questioning.
I'm not sure, but I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
Twilight said as the two decided to turn in, knowing they would need their rest. They and the other elements of harmony would be going to Canterlot tomorrow.